Evan Moon's been following the story for us. Joins us now live. Hi there, Evan. What are we hearing tonight from the boater?
Hi there, Mark. Well, we were left with so many questions about his involvement last night with no arrests made in the case. But we know that the driver that ran into the back of the ferry is Jeffrey Knight. And that's noteworthy because he's a big name in Tampa Bay. He's actually the owner of Jannus Live, that concert venue in St. Petersburg that so many of us are familiar with. But now Knight's lawyer saying there's a lot of misinformation in this case, and he was looking to clear that up with investigators in a letter tonight. Sunday, Jeffrey Knight's 37-foot boat slammed into the back of a full ferry, the impact killing 41-year-old Jose Castro and sending 10 others to the hospital. In a letter to investigators sent to Fox 13 late Tuesday, Knight's attorney looked to clear up misinformation, including that Knight left the scene.
That vessel left after the crash?
The attorney notes, immediately after the accident, Mr. Knight directed a passenger on his vessel to call 911, and that passenger remained on the line with 911 for 12 minutes. Mr. Knight tied his vessel to the ferry in order to stabilize it and render aid. He used his boat to maneuver the ferry closer to shore so that first responders would have easier access to the passengers. And he told the captain of the ferry boat he was able to transport injured individuals by water to Morton Plant Hospital. This offer was declined. The lawyer says Knight only left for the dock when first responders arrived and his boat was taking on too much water. The letter also emphasizing Knight took a voluntary breath alcohol test, which was .00, something FWC had already noted.
The captain voluntarily submitted to a breathalyzer, and there was no alcohol determined in that breathalyzer sample. It read 000.
Again, Jeffrey Knight is the owner of the Jannus Live concert venue in St. Pete. Their Instagram reading, "Our thoughts and prayers are with the victims and their families." And they ask for compassion and patience as the facts surrounding this heartbreaking incident continue to emerge. We ask that judgment be reserved while the FWC and the U.S. Coast Guard conduct their thorough investigation into what occurred that night. The FWC saying it will be a lengthy investigation.
Vessel accident investigation is very different than vehicle accident investigation. You're dealing with a dynamic environment. Tides and winds shift everything around. Things don't tend to sit in exactly the same place, and it just takes a long process to work all the way through that.
Now, again, even though we are hearing from the lawyer tonight, it's important to note that no arrests have been made in this case, and they say that Jeffrey Knight is cooperating with the investigation. And as you heard there, it's going to take a lot to determine exactly what happened that night. So the investigation is said to be a lengthy one by FWC and the U.S. Coast Guard. Allie.
All right, Evan Moon live for us tonight in Clearwater there.